The situation at Spurs is oh so wrong. It's all part of Phoenix and Levy's con. A world-class stadium, second-rate team. Spurs are winning nothing under this regime. Together we need to shout, Levy and E-Nick out. Together we need to shout, Levy and E-Nick out. Intense are filling their coffers to the brim. The football forecast looks so grim. Spurs last cup win in 2008. A lack of proper investment is what true fans hate. Together we need to shout, Levy and E-Nick out. Together we need to shout, Levy and E-Nick out. Intense are filling their coffers to the brim. The football forecast looks so grim. Spurs last cup win in 2008. A lack of proper investment is what true fans hate. Together we need to shout, Levy and E-Nick out. Together we need to shout, Levy and E-Nick out. Project Youth, just another Levy feast. Dismantling Spurs history piece by piece. The stadium, just an entertainment hub. No true fan wanted this for our club. Together we need to shout, Levy and E-Nick out. Together we need to shout, Levy and E-Nick out. Legendary Bill Nick would turn in his grave if he knew how the owners now behave. Corporate greed and no success. We need to work together to get our club out of this mess. Together we need to shout, Levy and E-Nick out. Together we need to shout, Levy and E-Nick out.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away.
Hello, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Tottenham Away, the best place to be in town on a match day. Apologies if my voice sounds a little bit croaky, guys. It was my cousin's stag last night, and I literally woke up about half an hour ago, and yeah, I'm feeling it. I don't know how I'm going to do for this watch along, but I'll give it a go. A lot of drinks last night. We're in central London playing. Have you ever been to a place called Flight Club? It's where you throw these darts at an electronic board and you play these different games and you're drinking whilst you're doing it. So you're playing darts whilst drinking. And then we ended up in some barbecue place to get food. And then we did 3 hours of karaoke. Yeah, heavy night to say the least. Heavy night. Big up to A User. How you doing, my man? Francois, hope you're well. Jay, hello. Derek in the house. How you doing? A lot of you seem to like the intro. I bet your voice is mash up. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm feeling a bit croaky. Yeah, we'll get through it. I mean, I'm sure Spurs will put me to sleep. So he says, we used to play actual darts whilst drinking back in the day. How no one got a dart in their head beats me. We came close last night. All good, you? I'm good. Alex, big up. 3 hours of karaoke sucks the life out of anyone. How do you still have your voice? Do you know, I got the last train home as well. I got in at 1 a.m. and I've got this trick, okay? I don't really drink anymore. Those days have gone, but okay, a one-off event, a stag, a wedding, you know, I drink. Here's a tip for you. If you force yourself, right, just down a pint of water. If you can do two, but it's hard. Before you go to bed, if you can force yourself to down a pint of water, you wake up without a hangover. Because all that water stops you from dehydrating in your sleep, because it's the dehydration that gets to you. So I downed a pint of water before I went to bed last night, and I think that saved me. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Big up James Cook in the house. How you doing? William, my man, how are you, bro? Imagine if we win Europa, we would all be finished. Listen, I'll be happy if we win it. I'll be happy if we win it. Honestly, I'm going to Bilbao. I'm actually going with my friend that I sit with in the stadium. We're flying to Girona, then we're hiring a car and we're driving to San Sebastian, which is next to Bilbao. We're going to stay in San Sebastian, and on the day of the game, we're going to go into Bilbao by coach, do the whole day in Bilbao. The only thing is I haven't got a ticket. If anyone can help me get a ticket for the game, let me know. Everyone I know has got a ticket except for me. So that's the only problem. I'll just stay in the fan park if I have to. But I'll be out there cheering them on for sure. I'm a Spurs fan. As much as I want Ange out, Levy out, I support Tottenham. Big up artists. You know what annoys me still? We wouldn't even be worried about Madders being out if we brought in Eze. So many fans were saying we didn't need another midfielder. Yeah, especially with Bergvall out as well. That's the real kicker. Guys, the watch-along is going to go live on Big Up at 2:10. The link's down below. It's attached to the top of the chat. Let's have a quick look at the starting lineups. Or should I just say our starting lineup? Because I'm not going to look at Fulham's starting lineup. So we've got Kinksky in goal today. Vicario is getting a rest. I'm surprised we haven't done this more. But yeah, Kinksky's in goal. Pedro Porro's at right back. Danzo and Ben Davies come in at centre back, and Spence starts on the left. I'm surprised Porro's playing again. In midfield, Sarr, Gray and Bentancur. Again, not sure why he's playing Bentancur. I think we should be resting him because he's the only, good midfielder that we've got fit at the moment. But he's gone with Gray and Sarr and Bentancur in the midfield. Kulu in the 10. Again, he didn't have a good night against Bodo Glimt. And then Tell and Odegaard as the attacking wide forwards. I'm not so sure about the attacking lineup today. Midfield, it's going to be a tricky one. Defence, I'm not too worried about. I think the defence is pretty solid. On the bench, we've got Vicario as the backup goalie. Romero, Van der Ven, the two defenders on the bench. No Adogi on the bench. Bissouma, Mikey Moore are the two midfield players we've got on the bench. And then Brennan Johnson, Richarlison, Solanke, and the return of Hyun Min Son. Sonny's back just in time for that final. Hopefully he gets some minutes and starts building up his fitness ready for that final, because I think he'll probably start if he's fit. Guys, what do you reckon? Starting lineup? It's hard to tell anymore, right? Because we've got one eye on the Europa Cup, and we're also we don't want to keep losing in the league, but no one cares anymore. Like, does anyone actually care? I don't care anymore. I couldn't care less, really. Newcastle have just gone 2-0 up in the last minute at St James's Park. Newcastle beating Chelsea in the race for top 5. Wow. Big win from Newcastle United. That Chelsea were down to 10 men after 35 minutes. Jackson getting a red card. Yeah, so look, starting lineup. Kinski, I'm happy with that. Porro, I would have liked to have rested him. Danzo, Davies, Spence, totally agree with it. Sarr and Gray, yep, why not? Bentancur would have rested him and played Mikey Moore. Kulu, I think he needs to keep playing because he's not been playing well and he needs to find some form. So I'm all right with Kulu playing. Tell and Odegaard, yep, totally get it. I wouldn't rush some back just yet. Richarlison and Solanke. I might have played Richarlison, but other than that, maybe the other young lad, Oladeji. Sorry, Ajayi, not Oladeji. Who am I talking about? Ajayi, maybe he should have been part of the squad. Not too sure. What do you think squad-wise, guys? You happy with it? I think just roll with it, right? Just roll with that. Perky, big up. The protest was a joke. Spoke to Lubo, about 50 people, weak fan base. You're right, still. Yeah, results will dictate it. But you know what? At least people protested, man. At least people protested. But results will drive it. This is an issue we've got with the fans. To be honest, if I wasn't feeling a bit gropey, I would have gone today. But after the stag do, I'm not going to the game. I'm not going to anything today. I'm staying at home. I'm not leaving the house after last night. But yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen with the protest. Francois says, I hope Newcastle can do it and overtake Arsenal. That would be amazing. William says, I just hope we don't get more injuries. Yeah, totally agree. Francois says, fingers crossed he should start in the Europa Cup. Talking about Sonny there. Alex says, I think Decky is starting right wing. So who's in the 10? Odebert, maybe. Alex says, don't worry, people. Kulusevski turns into a different breed versus City and United. Loves a Manchester mashing. I hope so. Big up to Dastra Rap from Indonesia. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here. Welcome. Alex says, bold and good decision to start Tony. Could you imagine Vicario picking up an injury? Austin in the final, unfair pressure. Adam says, nice to see Son on the bench. Alex says, fuck the Chelsea scum. Get in there, Geordies. Always. Artist says, since Stoke season for some EFL teams, why aren't we recalling loan players to get them minutes? It's a good point, actually. It's a good point. Francois says, I hope there are no more injuries in our club. Artist, since the season is over for some EFL teams, why aren't we? Yeah, I've just read that one out. They can get some minutes now. Right. This is from Cyprus. I'm going to try and read it out. I should be able to do this, right? Ευτυχώς Hajibanayi. I think I pronounced that correct. Ευτυχώς Hajibanayi. Big up Stelios from Cyprus. Big up, my man. Hope you're doing well. William says, Stel, will you be watching El Clasico later? I didn't know it was on. So the answer is yes, I will. Manny says, big up Stel from Toronto. Big up my Canada brother. Francois, I would love it if we won all our last Premier League matches this season. I don't think that's going to happen with the rotation of players, though, unfortunately, because we don't look as solid when we rotate. In fact, I don't think we've won any matches when we've rotated in the last 3-4 games. Yeah. What other games are on today? Let's have a look. So Newcastle, Chelsea, Man United, West Ham. We need Man United to win that. Don't want West Ham going above us. Nottingham Forest versus Leicester City. Forest have to win that if they want to stay in Europe. They have to. I think they will at home. Spurs, Palace. What's your prediction, guys, for today? I think it's going to be a draw. I'm going 1-1. Tottenham 1, Palace 1. And then later on, Liverpool, Arsenal, where Arsenal will have to give a guard of honour to the Liverpool players. How good is that? Things you like to see. Stel, can you not switch to big up and keep the watch long here? No, I have to go to big up, bro. I did it last game, but I'm going to be on big up. Hey, Stel, it's FD. Oh, FD. Oh, is this FD Peter's friend, FD? If it is, big up, my man. I wasn't expecting that. If it's FD, I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's good over there. Alex says Chelsea are playing Forest away on the 25th and Betis in the final 28th. They're missing Champions League. My season will be complete if they lose and we win. I'll tell you what is funny. Chelsea are in the European Conference League final. Spurs and Manchester United are in the Europa League final. Liverpool have won the league. Newcastle won the Carabao Cup. Man City and the other London club, because a lot of London clubs, Crystal Palace, they're in the FA Cup final. Everyone has got something to play for except for who? Which club has got nothing to play for? It's the team that beat Real Madrid in the quarterfinals and had a party. Arsenal. Arsenal. Oh. Look at this. Look at this, man. Mikel Arteta is no different to Pochettino. Games played, almost the same wins, losses, goals scored, goals conceded, clean sheets, points per game, hardly anything to separate them. The only difference between them is Arteta spent over £300 million more, and Pochettino had 3 transfer windows of self-inflicted austerity and not a single signing. By the way, a quick cheeky big up to our sister club in France, Tottenham Saint-Germain. Va va voom. Salut. Merci beaucoup. Thank you, Tottenham Saint-Germain. We love you. We love you. Got a feeling we're pulling some B team excellence out of the bag today. 1-0 Spurs. Always big up from a Liverpool fan from America. Big up from the States, bro. Congratulations on winning the Premier League. I'm glad you won it because otherwise it would have been Arsenal. So I'm very, very happy that you won the Premier League. Palace is starting Eze and Mateta. Oh, boy. It's going to be a long day. Mark Swift says, you doing it on here or big up? Swifty, it's going to be on big up. There's a link. There's the link. I've also put it attached to the comments. At the top of the comments, it should be pinned. Palace not resting their players with FA Cup final on Saturday. Is it this Saturday, the FA Cup final? Or next Saturday? Listen, maybe they see it as a chance to give them a run out. I don't know. I don't know. Shame about the Arsenal. Do. Shame about the Arsenal. PSG is the best. They're my favourites to win it. Francois, I said that with Donnarumma in goal. I think that's the game changer. Because Inter versus PSG is going to be a very tight game. But Donnarumma is just a clutch goalie. He steps up on the big stage. So I think with Donnarumma, PSG will win it. Is a protest still going on today? Yeah, it happened, but hardly anyone turned up, which is kind of what I thought would happen. AI has changed the game. Origato, Psycho. How you doing? Good afternoon. Arteta forever. North London forever. Whatever the weather. We should take this on. 17th of May, FA Cup final. Thank you very much. So it is next weekend. Big up to Mario. They shouldn't have done the protest knowing this would happen. I disagree, Baz. I think the protest needs to keep happening. We can't not protest based on what others think. It needs to stay fresh. But I understand why some fans say that, but I disagree with it. I disagree with it. I think they should have done it. FA Cup final, you've just done that in. Maz in, says Swifty. Psycho, great amigo, big up. William says, remember when we was finishing second and getting to Champions League finals under Poch? The Arsenal fans didn't care. And they always said, but what did you win? 5 years, no trophy. Woolwich wankers. Exactly the point. Well said, William. Big up. That is the comment of the day. Francois says, I bet everyone is backing Ange now because we're in the Europa League final. I back my team to try and win it. I hope we win it. I'm still not an Ange fan, but if he wins it, we're going to have some very difficult conversations. If he loses the final, boy, I think it depends how we lose it as well. It's a bit silly to do a protest when we're in a final, do one after the fact. The issue is if you win the final, then you're not protesting at all. So this is going to divide fans' opinion. But for me, you shouldn't care what others think or what the mood is when you protest. You should just protest. Just keep doing it. Keep the message alive. Laren Deb agrees with Maz. Mark Swift says, okay, see you later. Big up all sub to Tottenham away. All thanks. Thank you, man. Oh, I've got to go, guys. I've got to jump on to Big Up. We're kicking off. When is the kickoff? Is kickoff at 2:15 or? Oh, okay. No, we've got another 5 minutes here. Big up, Swifty. A user says, unfortunately, the new generation of families is more results driven than the old school who is badge driven. Well said. I like that. Badge driven. I like that a lot, actually. Badge driven. Nice. Nice. Tell him, William, brother. Francois says, you should do it from the heart. 2:15. Yeah, cheers for that, Francois. Yeah, I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw today, guys. I see a draw. I don't think we're winning this one, but I don't think Palace will win it either. Henry Thong, let's have it, Stelios. Let's have it. I mean, as it stands right now, Liverpool, obviously they're top. Arsenal are second, 2 points ahead of Man City, who drew against Southampton. That's a big blow for them. Newcastle have just won, which means they jumped to third, 66 points, 1 point behind Arsenal. So Newcastle hot on the heels of Arsenal, and Arsenal got to go away to Liverpool today. Manchester City are now behind Newcastle by 1 point. Chelsea fifth, joint points with Aston Villa, only ahead on goal difference. Nottingham Forest, if they win today, which they will, they're playing Leicester, they will go into fifth, pushing Chelsea and Villa out of the Champions League. Wow. It is so tight for Champions League this year. I tell you, it's anyone's game. And then the rest of Europa Cup places are between Brentford, Brighton. Bournemouth is still in there just about. Conference League places. So, good end to the season for the European places, that's for sure. Arsenal to finish fourth in a two-horse race. If that happens, we're going to tear them to pieces, even more than what we already are doing. If Spurs win the Europa, we're going to destroy Arsenal. We're going to rip them. If Arsenal finish third, we're going to bury them. We're going to put them in a coffin. That's a metaphor, by the way. It's not an actual thing we're going to do, in case some people get a little bit woke on me. Just in case, I'm just saying. What's the news from the protest? It wasn't that good. I think 50 people. Alex says the notion that players were discouraged because of a halftime walkout before the final is ridiculous. They don't have their heads under the sand. Players know it's directed towards the board. Get real. That's my thinking as well. But it does split fan opinion. Marianne says, big up Stel and the chat. Big up, Marianne. How are you? Good to see you. Francois. Arsenal needs to finish fifth. That would be fucking great. Arsenal, just a spicy Spurs. I'm so scared, Stel. Well, we warned you. We warned you about fraud Teta. I've been saying Arsenal have a fraud manager for the last 5 years. I've been saying your bottle jobs for how long? I've been very consistent. Your bottle jobs, your manager's a fraud. I've never, ever wavered from that position. So if you're scared, it's because you just haven't been listening, you know. Let's hope we win the Europa League and Arsenal finish fifth. That'd be fucking hilarious. Imagine we get Champions. By the way, if we get into the Champions League, we're going to get battered. Unless we invest big in players. Definitely jobs. Absolutely. Brandon G, I'm stuck. I want Tottenham to win a trophy, but Ange needs to go badly. Listen, Brandon, let me tell you this, okay? Because people are going to say this, Ange out or trophy. You, me, the chat, the world could end tomorrow. A meteorite could hit the world and we're gone. You could get hit by a bus. You could go to the doctors and get some really bad news. You don't know. We don't know. So always want the glory. Live the moment, right? You got to live it now. I want that trophy because I want to experience it. I want to see it. I want to be there, and I want to just party with it. I want everything that comes with winning a trophy, because the day after the final might drop dead. You never know, right? Touch wood. That doesn't happen to anyone here or anyone I know. But live the moment, man. You want the trophy. We want that trophy. As much as we hate Ange and Levy, we want the trophy. Always take the trophy. It's a memory that we will never, ever, ever forget. We'll never, ever forget that. At least Spurs are now at least Spurs know we are shit all the time. Yeah, exactly. We can laugh at ourselves. If Gyökeres goes to Arsenal, I'll throw an egg or two on him during the next international game in June. Just saying. I think they're signing Zubimendi. That's a top signing, by the way. Zubimendi's a really good player. But he's another defensive player. They're just loading up the team with defenders. Very weird. Artist, imagine if Ange stays and we play PSG. Oh, boy. We definitely need to invest in new players. We should have bought Eze, 100%. Today's a good day of football. London Derby, Midlands Derby, El Clasico, and Arsenal giving the guard of honour. Had to squeeze that at the end. Your argument is impossible to defy. Tell him still. I try. I'm not always right. Okay, I'm not always right, but I think on this one, we want the trophy. I've been Arteta since 2021 still, so you can say what you want about that fraud. I think what you're trying to say is you've been Arteta out. I think you missed the word out. I'm guessing that's what you mean, though. Well, if you're Arteta out, at least you get it. At least you get it. Big up, Brandon. I want to be alive to see us win a trophy. Exactly, people. The scum supporters are saying that even if we do win the Europa Cup, they still had a better season than us. Absolute bollocks. It's copium, because they finished higher at copium and they got to the semis. Listen, a trophy and Champions League qualification is better than Arsenal, who are only going to get Champions League qualification. 12 past 2 still. Yeah, I'm going to go on to big up now. Yes, sorry, still out. By the way, I think this is the funniest emoji of the lot. Sorry, the funniest image of the lot. Miss a sitter. This one killed me, you know that. I don't know who came up with this one. This is genius. Miss a sitter. All right, guys, listen, I'm out of here. Going to go over to Big Up now. I hope you come across the links just there. We'll be going live on there right now, so I'm going to shut this one down. See you later. We're going to be live at 9 p.m. tonight for the post-match show if you want to join us. See you later. Take care. Come on, you Spurs.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away.